wondering about the intersection of cost, because so many people are really focused on cost, and they think that if I get my price lower, well, then that will be
okay, sure.
I'm trying to sell. But listening to you, that can be the wrong direction sometimes. Like, so your unique value proposition, if it's thought out, may lead you into being the most expensive offering in the market, or it may lead you into a Ryanair situation. But I'd imagine it can be a pitfall in today's economy where everything is commoditized. Yeah.
So the benefit of unique value is that because you're offering something unique, the customer is basically trapped. Therefore, you set the price. The customer doesn't set the price. And normally this results in more premium offerings. Because you have that ability to charge more. So sort of why wouldn't you charge more? And often the cheap options in a market are the commodity options. So, and they don't necessarily see themselves as commodity options, but they're just sort of generic. And because they're generic, they're under price pressure. And because they're under price pressure, they cut their costs. So generally speaking, cheaper options are unstrategic options, with, as you say, the exception of people for whom price is their entire strategic game. Now, you can't just say, our strategy is to be cheaper and cut the costs, for the obvious reason that all you're going to do is slash your profits. The reason why it works for someone like Ryanair is that they basically come up with strategic innovations where they're able to cut the costs and raise the profits. So being cheaper is just suicide unless you've come up with some genius hack that enables you to drop price and raise profits, which is what all of the world's successful sort of price leaders do. Ryanair, Lidl, IKEA is another sort of equivalent. They have innovations that enable them to square that circle. But most companies, when they think about being the affordable option, all it really means is just screwing themselves over. So I don't know why you do that. So ultimately the game, no matter which way you cut it, should always be to increase profit. And yes, the easier path to increasing profit is to simply raise your prices because you have high scarcity. But like I say, the exceptions are those cost leaders. And also the other point I would make as well is that you can only be a cost leader if your costs are seriously different. Like, I know that now it's quite a competitive space, the low-cost airlines, but sort of back when Ryanair kind of set up its reputation, we were talking about like, all right, well, you could fly to Rome with British Airways for £400, or you could fly to Rome with Ryanair for £40. That's cost leadership. Like saying, oh, British Airways £400 or Ryanair £360. Again, pointless, because we're back in that whole difference in degree problem. That's that the market doesn't notice. So yeah, those are. I've never really thought about it so directly, the effect on price, but broadly speaking, that's how it pans out, I think.
Yeah.